Frickin' hoy, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another diecast review. And today we have a review of Felix Rosenqvist's 2020 NTT Data number 10 for Chip Ganassi Racing. And if you ask me, this is the best NTT Data scheme that we have ever gotten. Now, on this video, I'm going to try to keep it light on the jokes and stuff, with considering everything that's going on with Jason Jacoby. I mean, I certainly wouldn't want a wannabe dog to bounty hunter after me, or I wouldn't want a video made by a lunatic who deserves to be in a mental institution. So I'm going to try to keep the jokes a little bit on the lighter side this time. But anyways, Felix Rosenqvist actually won with this car. I mean, he was the first person to win with the number 10 car since 2014. That makes me feel old. But anyways, so let's go ahead and take a look at this car. It's an absolutely magnificent looking car. And I have to say, Greenlight did a fantastic job with it. It's overall a pretty simple car, so that's probably why they did a good job. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at it. So on the nose, I mean, the color combinations on it are just fantastic. I can't say enough good about how much I like this car. We have a light blue, a gray, and a black. It's a very simple scheme, but it works. So anyways, on the front wing, we do have this kind of gray swoosh across the center nose cone, as well as the front wing main plane, with NTT Data, Dallara, and NTT Data, and of course NTT. We also have Honda on the nose, and of course the NTT Indycar Series, the number 10, and NTT. One interesting little tidbit is there is some decal chipping right here. It looks like it should be there, but it shouldn't. It's actually right where there is some indents in there, and it's a little bit of a fault with the decaling. But I'm not going to hold them to that, honestly. This is just such a nice car to do that. I mean, I'm going to be very, very pleasant towards Greenlight. Anyways, so we don't have any decaling here. Let me get that out of the way. We don't have any decaling here on the front wing end plate, which gives us a good view of the adjustment point, which is casted into the front nose. The adjustment point is actually behind it. It's just a cover panel, but it's nice that they added that. Obviously, since this is a 2020 release, we have dual-sided Firestones, because for whatever you drive a Firestone. We got some sponsors here that really didn't give enough money to be of anywhere of prominence. The aero screen is in gray, which is a nice little contrast to the black. And then NTT Data, here on top of the side pod, we just have Firestone. And then we do have this silver pinstriping on the top of the side pod, which on the gray background with the blue accents looks fan-freaking-tastic. I'm sorry it's a little bit dusty, but it looks fantastic. We do have the number 10 with a blue border around it here on top of the roll hoop, which looks great. Of course, another NTT logo with NTT IndyCar Series, Honda, and then Speedway. In here, we got NTT Chip Ganassi Racing kind of tucked up between the pillar for the aero screen and the fuel buckeye. Black camera pod, black roll hoop, very nice looking car overall. On the side pod, we have NTT Data, which is kind of pushed back a little bit. Normally, it'd be like right up here, or at least the end would be. But it is a little bit pushed back, but that's okay. NTT P1 Pull Award and Firestone. And then we have NTT Data on the flick, the only sponsor. And then the only other sponsor on this car is Scott Dixon's sponsor, and it's above the Honda, the Powered by Honda, which is PNC Bank. Copyright 2020 PNC Bank, National Association. Member of the FDIC. Very important to know that. It's important to know that your bank is insured or something. We do have a gray little fin here, and then you can see the silver ribbing almost continuing at the tip of the engine cover with the blue accents. On the rear wing itself, we got the number 10 and an NTT Data on top of the boomerang in all black. And then, of course, the number 10 has that blue outline. The back, we got the standard diffuser and starter hole and air jack hole and all those holes. This side, pretty much the same, just minus the fuel buckeye, but where you could invert it. So, for instance, like this would be at Indianapolis where you could plug in from the left, but say at tracks like Belle Isle, per se, where you could plug in from the right side, or St. Pete even. But, yeah, man, I wrapped this one up pretty quickly. But yeah, absolutely lovely looking car. It's fantastic. I think it's one of the best Chip Ganassi cars that we've gotten, and I was actually disappointed that Plo went back to the boring old blue and white. This was a fantastic looking car. I mean, I have no complaints with it, and the diecast is actually a really good representation of it. I'm very glad that they produced this one, because we've been lacking on number 10 cars. Actually, I take that back. We got an Ed Jones car. We got the Felix Rosenqvist 19 car. So, yeah, we've had plenty of 10 cars, but we haven't had any 10 cars that looked good. And this one here just looks fan-freaking-tastic. Now, if we could get Rosenqvist... Actually, no, that would have been... Yeah, it still would have been Rosenqvist, actually, in 19, when he raced the... Well, yeah, I think. My memory is going blurry, but can we get the inverted PNC car? Because that was beautiful. That was an absolutely beautiful looking race car. But unfortunately, Rosenqvist has been one-upped. He did get the one at Road America. However, Plo won the championship, so he's been one-upped. But fantastic looking number 10 car. I wish they would use this livery again because it was a absolutely beautiful car. I'm actually pretty sad I never got to see this car race in person. But yeah, I absolutely love this thing. So anyways, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And also, I do recommend looking up this Jason Jacoby situation that's going on now because that's actually pretty funny stuff. I mean, you got wannabe Dog the Bounty Hunter over there making phone calls and stuff and ooh-ah. And then you also got this lunatic going off on everybody under the sun. Jacoby, I dare you to make a video about me. Fucking do it. But yeah, so that's it for this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and definitely I recommend getting this car. I mean, I know it's not going to be easy to find on the first-hand market anymore, but it's fantastic looking. I mean, it's literally one of the best number 10 cars that we could ask for. So anyways, hopefully new stuff coming in this week. There better be. Please, God, please. I'm starving for content here. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, peace out.